we talked to the producers, and Larry was happy with his role because he was the same. He was the bad guy that you love to hate. Bobby was the same. He was the good guy. I was the one that had the major concerns about my role because I said to our executive producer, who is a woman, I said, have you changed in 20 years? I asked her that. And I'll ask all of you in the audience, have you changed in 20 years? So Sue Ellen would have changed in 20 years. So I was concerned what they were going to do with her. And I wanted to know, as a woman and as a woman who had been in many living rooms throughout the years, how would she come back? How would they bring her back? As writers, they write, we act. So it wasn't me telling them what I wanted to know what they planned for her. And it was very interesting because I wanted her to be very strong. And so did they. So it was very interesting to have a new team. None of the writers, none of the producers were the same. So it was a new team and a new energy and a new Sue Ellen. And I wanted her to be that. I didn't want her to be like old Sue Ellen. Of course, we've slipped a little bit lately.
There's that. Oops. But it adds for the drama, right? But you've got a whole new crew of actors. John Ross is amazing. I mean, the shot that we saw the two of you in that kitchen.
Yes.
Oh my golly, I mean, tears in his eyes and the rage that you have, and it's like, you know, I'm not my father. It's like, that's incredible.
Well, right before that scene, I love all these little tidbits that I'm sharing with you. I hope it's not, am I talking too much?
No.
Oh, gosh. Okay, tidbit. Before that scene in the kitchen, and Rebecca and Rick, there's their house, that's their house, it's Sue Ellen's house. There we go.
All right.
It's, yeah, Rebecca's house. Cool. And it's a fabulous house, gorgeous art. Anyway, when they're setting the lights in the Rebecca's kitchen, they put us in a little guest room, a beautiful guest room, and we stay there, and you know, they come in and do your hair and makeup or whatever, and so John Ross and I were in there, and we were sitting in our little chairs, and we didn't, and this is so weird, and we still wonder how that happened. None of us said a word, and we were in there for about 45 minutes. He would go in the bathroom, come out, I'd be sitting there, he'd check his email, I'd sit there, do something. And we realized that in 45 minutes we had not talked. We didn't run lines, we didn't do anything. It was almost like two caged animals. Because when we got out on that set, the entire crew was silent. And they let us sort of build up, build up, build up. And it was palpable. The intensity of the emotion in that kitchen was palpable, and it was incredible. And that's why I think that scene worked so well, because it was real. It felt raw. It felt real. It felt authentic. It was all of those things that scene should have been, and I think it came across.
I think the blending of the new actors with the legacy actors and the writing is really done so beautifully, because you do get a sense of the integrity of the original, and yet it's moving forward, but it's very respectful to what the past represents.
I think they've done a beautiful job.
Really have.
I mean, the writers have done a beautiful, beautiful job.
Okay, but I got to tell you, that last scene, you saw the last episode, right? I mean, okay, John Ross, Pam, Emma, mind blown, and then
I closed my eyes.
And then the fire that Bo sets at South Fork, you have been released from the hospital after John Ross committed you, but you're drinking again. You pass out in the fire, and then Bobby and Christopher get in. I mean, and then it ends there. What can you tell us?
She's so cute. Isn't she just adorable? I just love her.
I mean, that was an amazing cliffhanger. And you guys divided the season in half because you're going to come back. Is it August?
I know.
Yeah.
Why did they do that? Why? Who are they? Let's write letters. I don't know. We'll send texts. We'll do something. I think that's silly. Why did they do that?
Well,
I guess for Ray, I don't know.
But it was good though, because
It
it
was
got
good.
us.
It was good. I know. See, the fun part is for us to read the scripts and we go, really? And that's us. When they can get us, that's pretty good. So I can't tell you.
No, you can't. I know you can't. I have to ask.
But I do know the next eight episodes, and they're great.
Oh.
That's a terrible tease. I know.
We are
I'm
going to
so
be
sorry.
there.
I'm so
We are going to
sorry.
be there. Well, let's see. Do you have any questions that you'd like to ask right now?
I don't have a question, but I do work at South Fork, and I'm there with all the tourists.
We have a lady here who works at South Fork.
This is the most popular lady in the show.
Oh.
And I can tell you, one day, I've got 60 people in my tour group. Linda's waiting to go outside to do an interview with a gentleman from London, Dermot. I open the door, Linda's coming out. She doesn't know I've got 60 people. I said, Linda, these people love you. She stopped and shook hands with every one of those people in the house. She is fantastic.
Thank you. I do remember that day.
You know, when you came out the door, I was like, oh, what am I going to do? But you took care of it.
Turn it over.
Yeah, and you know what, and Dermot waited for you. That was so nice that they waited for her to do her big interview. But
That
I can
was
tell you,
very sweet.
Linda, whenever I do the tours, if you come out to South Fork, hey, I'll give you a great tour because I get to watch and film all this stuff. And I'm telling you, she is fantastic. She met a man there that worked there one day that worked with me. I don't know if you remember this. She said, he says, oh, may I get a picture with you, Linda? And she says, well, sure. She goes, what's your name? And he goes, Wilson. And she goes, well, what's your last name? And he said, Wilson. And she can remember that day on the
I
patio.
remember.
That poor man, I laughed so hard because you were laughing so hard. But what you said about Patrick, they're a joy. Josh Henderson, if you ever come out to the ranch and you get to watch them film, they are incredible, incredible people. They do whatever they can. The fans love you for what all you do, that's for sure. 'Cause I hear it every day from about 11 different tour groups, and 40% of the people that visit South Fork Ranch today come from out of the United States. Wow. So this lady is loved all over the world.
Beautiful. And what's your name?
I'm Cindy.
Okay, see Cindy if you want a tour at South Fork.
Cindy.
There's a question.
And we have a lady here,
Thank you,
Linda. She
Cindy.
flew in
Who's
for
this?
one night.
Where's this lady?
Right here. Is this
From
Deborah?
Florida. You're the
Yeah,
one from Florida.
this is Deborah.
Welcome. And thank you for flying in from Florida for tonight. That's so sweet. Thank you very much. Yes, you can hug me. Let's wait. We'll do it. We'll do it after. We'll do it after. Of course.
Do we have another question for Linda? Yes.